Wasted a great opportunity to get a win. Great defensive effort for most of the day. Opportunities on offense. And very similar to last year and probably years previous, found a way to lose the game at the end. So unbelievably disappointing. At the half, we really just kind of said three things. Make sure we keep tackling number two, win the turnover battle, and don't give up a big play on special teams, because we had some close ones in the first half. All three happened, caused us to lose the game. So, disappointed, kind of probably more than disappointed right now, kind of angry about what just happened. Credit to them. Those guys, they've won a long time. They believe. They make the plays all the way to the very end. And we got to catch them. We got to catch them. And we haven't caught them yet. So in terms of finding a way to finish games. So I feel for our seniors. I know how badly they want to get this done. We didn't get it done. So with that, I'll take your questions.
The impact of special teams, could you elaborate on that, the impact of the loss?
Yeah, the first punt return, they had a big punt return. I think we slowed down because we thought he had made a fair catch signal. But, made a nice return. But obviously, the fumble down at the 3-yard line, unfortunate. The bad snap on the field goal, we kicked field goals pretty well.
Right.
And then the bad snap on the field goal. So those two plays hurt us.
Did you feel on offense you had those opportunities, they just slipped away?
Yeah, we moved the ball right down the field at the start of the first half, and come away with no points. 2nd and 1, we call the over route. I catch that ball and go score. It's going to be a touchdown. So, there were some opportunities there, versus a good defense to make the plays to win the game. And even that, that last drive, we drove it all the way down. We had chances, didn't convert. They started playing some two-man on us, just manning everyone up, trying to force Dylan to run. And, he made one nice run. And punted the ball down, got the ball back, did everything you're supposed to do, and got the ball knocked out of our hands. We struggled versus their edge rushers today. Pretty much from the first quarter to that last quarter, the two edge rushers, really was a matchup we struggled with today.
Is there something that you feel like you guys got to keep working on as it relates to 2-minute drills, end of game situations?
No, we just got to get better. Honestly, at the end of the day, like they won the one-on-one matchup. Like they turned the corner and beat us. We just got to get better. It's 5 minutes left, whatever it was. Dana called 2nd and 1. I'm used to running the ball there. He calls a play action pass. We drop it. We just got to get better. I'm not. It's not like we're not doing the right things. We had some opportunities even in that 2-minute drill. But when you get into those situations, really who wins, the offensive line or the defensive line, that determines the game, right? And so for us, our defensive line, they had the ball in the 2-minute drill. Our defensive line won, but the difference was they caused a sack fumble, right? And so we put the ball on the ground 3 times in the fourth quarter. Emmett put 1 down. We got on it. Dylan put 2 down. So we've got to just get better and be able to just stone those guys, right, and make the play to win the game. And we didn't do that.
How do you going into that 2-minute drill, 1:42 left, you're at the 20? What's the balance there that you go into that drive with, as far as managing the need to win, but also not to make a mistake that loses you the game?
Yeah, I don't know that you could ever win by saying, "Hey, I don't want to make a mistake," right? I think the one thing you can do is say, "Hey, we're not going to go 3 out in 12 seconds," right? So you're trying to get a completion, get the first down. But at the end of the day, if they're going to turn the corner, bend, sack, fumble, it doesn't matter what you do, right? So we were calling some chips and some things in those situations, Yeah, at the end of the day, we got to go try to win. We got to go push the ball down there. So again, the whole thought process was get the first down, but even if we didn't, even if we had to punt, we're going to punt the ball back to their side of the field. I mean, at the end of the day, they had one explosive play probably the whole day in the passing game, and that was a screen. Three guys bounced off him, so he's an excellent player, but I thought we shut him down for most of the day. So just unfortunate turn of events.
I know it's frustrating, but I mean, speak to the defensive game plan. It really did take him away from all but one play of the game. What did you guys do, and how did you feel like you guys generally played on him?
Well, I thought the defense played excellent until really that one play. I mean, even the ball was turned over on the 3-yard line. I mean, they played their tails off. They had a 10-0 lead. But at the end of the day, we had to do what they did. They shut us out in the second half, and that's what we had to do. We had to make that tackle. And so sometimes in today's world, we live in a world where it's like, well, we did all this, but so it's this team's fault. But like, you have a 10-0 lead with our defense, you got to put the game away. Like, you're hoping you score some more points on offense, but you got to put the game away, and you can't miss those tackles and have him take off for a touchdown. So, with all that being said, they did get the ball back and gave us a chance to go score, but. Literally at halftime, we said to them, keep tackling number 2. He's what they have. No special teams errors are going to result in, penalty. So there were some other balls early in the game that were close. We're down some guys at corner, so we had some young guys out there at times, and unfortunately that play happened. So yeah, it's the defense played really well for most of the game.
The punt play, it was kind of wonky because it didn't hit IGC.
Yeah.
It bounced. Is anybody doing the wrong thing there, really? Or was it just kind of bad luck?
I don't really believe in bad luck. So, I mean, if you're those guys and you think, I have to go back and see if IGC yelled poison. If he yelled poison, those guys should run off the field. If they run off the field, nothing happens. If they do think it hit him, then they obviously should go fight for the ball, right? So, just kind of a tough play, a tough break. At the end of the day, we don't want to run up to the ball and then jump away at the last second. Either we're poisoned, we're getting away from the ball, and kind of, they're a really good punting team, but the way the punting was going today, that's why we put IGC in there. Because, we were having to run forward. Jacory caught the first one going to the ground, so it was going to be like a pooch punt, fair catch game, so we put IGC in there for that reason. And, he wants to communicate very early. Either I'm going to get to that ball and catch it, fair catch it, or I'm going to get away from it, and part of my job of getting away from it is making sure everyone else gets away from it. So, if anything, that last second jumping away from the ball, I don't know, those guys, I don't know that they know what's happening. So, and then, obviously, if they touched it, then we were good. If we touched it, we were good, and obviously we lost the replay. So,
Can you thought on what you guys were doing well in the first half, even as like the field conditions were working in their favor for most of the half, that allowed you to avoid some of those things that did ultimately go wrong in the second half?
In terms of, I'm sorry, like off it.
The special team stuff, and you had the turnover obviously at the end. Like, it seemed like the poise was really good in the first half to avoid that stuff.
Yeah, I thought we had a good run pass mix in the first half. We had good balance. They went 3 and out a bunch of times. We had our opportunities. It's just Dana calls a play and a guy MA's this or makes a mistake there, and we're just close, but we're not making exactly the play. I thought the first drive coming out of the half was real progress for us, and we make that field goal. It's a little bit different of a game, right? So, but I thought we were just kind of in rhythm a little bit more. We found some good runs in the second half. Didn't run the ball quite as well, and we lost a possession there, right? So we went down, drove to score it, punted the ball back to us. We lost that possession. They scored again. What a great job by the defense to hold them to 3 and out, and then just kind of was never quite the same. Made a couple plays here and there, but again, we had our opportunities. I'm saying, like, 2nd and 1, we throw that over out. We got to catch that ball and go score. And we had the post early in the game. We got behind them, so we have to make those plays. So that's what it is.
How do you get your guys to flush this quickly? Obviously, you're moving into a portion of the season that they're not accustomed to. But any of them who have spent their careers at Nebraska?
It's different because normally you have a game next week, so it's easier to just, hey, let's, I can't imagine being some of those seniors, and this just happening again against Iowa, right? Like last year, the way it ended. Especially, to Sam's point, when you play the way you played, like some of the defensive kids to play the way they played and have to watch the other team storm the field, that's frustrating. Some of the young players might be discouraged. I don't, that's frustrating. It just is, it's just where we're at. And, you know what I mean? As dumb as that sounds, we have to get better. And so, in today's world, kids move around. The freshmen and sophomores that were out there tonight that'll be with us in 2 years, hopefully they'll remember all that stuff. I feel very, very, very good. There's been lots of times you guys have come in here and I say we have to coach better, we have to do this better. Everything was said to them and told to them. And so it's just a matter of doing it. And we have to just continue to get better until we do it. And so, Mitch, it should probably bother people for a little bit, right? It should probably bother some of those young players for a little bit, because what I don't want us to do is play. Going back to your earlier question, I don't want us to go out there and play not to lose, because afraid to lose is afraid to win. We've got to play to win. We got to be aggressive, and so I think this will be one of those games that hopefully, propels us into the future. This is why we said chasing 3, but they caught the 3 tonight and we didn't. And that's a shame, because for most of the game, you go back and look at this game over the last couple of years, we looked like the better team for times in the game. They're an excellent team. I'm not disrespecting them. I'm saying we look like we played really good football. And we've got to just get better. I'm happy to answer anything. You deserve to answer whatever you want.
Anything else for Coach?
I don't know if it was the wrong call, but did they give you an explanation on the botched kick return they sort of had where the guy kind of went in the end zone? Did they think about reviewing that, or was that?
They said he touched it, but they said, if he bounces off and goes in the end zone, it can still be downed in there. So it wasn't like he propelled it into the end zone. So they gave us that one. They said that was the right call. So there were a lot of things tonight that they said to me, like, hey, review, because it's a Friday, Saturday night game. Hey, instant replay looked at this, and this was this, right? This was that. So, like the first fair catch signal, they said, instant replay said it was good. So they communicated well tonight. Appreciate the officials.
All good.
Thank you. Thanks for all year. I'll see you guys hopefully at bowl practice.
disbelief were you guys in at the end of that game that you had played so well and yet ended up 3 points behind on the scoreboard?
Yeah, I mean, initially, you're like, no way. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you really look at it, we take a look at ourselves and, you know, what we did throughout the game. And then, you know, the fourth quarter, lack of execution, you know, didn't get the job done. And you can go out and go back, look at the film. Here. It's going to show that. So we faced it. We paid for it.
How did you guys want to attack Iowa's defense? What was your plan tonight?
Balanced attack. You know, attack their zones, their mans. They started playing a little two-man. But yeah, just it was our game. You know, the way we play Nebraska football all year. You know, attack the tackles inside, attack the DB safeties, like nothing special. Football.
Jamal, you've got a game left. What's left for you guys to do in the next few weeks?
Get better. Craft. You know. End of the day, it's still football. You know, for the people who are going to be with us, we're going to give everything we have, and yeah, just keep going.
How motivated are you as a senior to finish this up, right?
No, I'm very motivated. You know, tomorrow, next year, not promise. So I'm gonna just cherish, you know, what I have right now.
Anything else for Jamal? Okay.
Appreciate y'all.
Hey, Dylan, you thought you were down on that one play. Well, take me through that. What happened on that sack? The ball was not.
Yeah, that was kind of our play to go in the 2 minute, and you know, I came back and right before I was about to throw it, you know, I got hit. So you know, I thought I had it controlled all the way to the ground, but I guess not. And you know, it's unfortunate time in the game that happened.
Because he kind of, the other guy who got it recovered it kind of just took it. Like it was, you could have recovered it, but you thought you were down.
Yeah, no, I was still playing. You know, even if I was down, I was still playing through to get the ball. But it's unfortunate. This is what it is.
Dylan, what's next for this team now? Obviously, tough loss, but you have a month before your bowl game. How do you guys? What's next for this program and team?
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I guess we got 2 days off, and then kind of figure out from there. You know, I'm not really sure what's going to happen next. What bowl we're going to, or you know what's going on. So we'll figure that out soon.
Some of your veteran teammates have lost games like this to Iowa before. I mean, what's the emotion thinking of them, and how do you get the job done today?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I hate that for them to go out like that to especially this team, and you know how much this means to our state and this program. But I guess we got to live with it, and you know, the young guys understand what it is now, and moving forward what it's supposed to look like.
John, can you just kind of speak to your feelings about the progress that this team and this program has made in your first year in?
Yeah, I think we made a lot of progress from game one to now. Just on both sides of the defense and offense, special teams. You know, I couldn't be more proud, and you know, I think it just losing this game doesn't do justice to see all the success and the strides that we've made as a team. But that's what it is right now. So yeah.
One more for Dylan, if there is. All good? All right. Thanks.
I've been in a lot of Iowa Nebraska games. How tough is this one for you?
I mean, it always comes down the same way, right? I think the score's been 13-10 the past 4 years. You know, it's probably the most physical game we play every year. I think that proved today. You know, it always comes down to that last play.
Ty, you guys were on your way to pitching a shutout, and even when they got the ball on the 4-yard line, couldn't get in the end zone. What did you think about the defensive effort? And how does the fourth quarter and the way that it ended impact your feelings about that?
I mean, I think you know, the defense came out today on fire. There was that feeling in the locker room. It even goes back to all week in practice, just how much, you know, this game was emotional as a rivalry. I'm really proud of the way my guys came out and played today. I told them before we went out there, I said there's no other place I'd rather be with this group of guys. And, you know, I think we went out there and we did our thing. You know, our goal all season was to have a fourth quarter shutout for every game. And, you know, lo and behold, didn't get that done. It came back to bite us in our ass. So, you know, just moving forward, I know Coach Rhule's going to get it right. And that's just, you know, that's the standard that's supposed to be held.
You've worked 6 years now to have a bowl month. What's next for this program as you move into a bowl month?
Yeah, you know, come back on Monday. It's new for me, so I don't really know what to expect. I'm excited to be a part of it, though. You know, I love, you know, like I've said, I love this program. I love that I get to be able to practice and play football for the next few weeks and get to go to a bowl game.
How did you guys
Go ahead.
How frustrating was that long touchdown from Iowa, just especially how good you guys had played on defense in the first half?
Yeah, we knew it was going to, you know, they just needed one big play. You know, I kind of take responsibility on that just because I came in trying to kill the guy and accidentally hit Deshaun off of him instead of, you know, just trying to reach out and tackle him. So, I take that on me. But one play doesn't define us. I mean, we went back out there and did our thing. There's going to be ups and downs to every game. You got to learn, how to ride the wave with the highs and the lows. So I think our guys did well doing that.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Dad.